Hi, welcome to Top Chef University. I'm Arian from Top Chef New York. Course number 3 is all about cooking techniques, and this is your next lesson. People who don't know how to cook often joke about not knowing how to boil water. Today, we're going to show you how to do that with no other than a crab boil. Now, you can't burn your food by boiling it, but there are ways you can go wrong, so pay attention. There are various methods of boiling, but the basic principles always stay the same. Starting with a pot of boiling liquid, adding your ingredient, bringing it to a boil, simmer till cooked. So this lesson, we're making a shrimp boil. So let's just start with the basic equipment again. Here I have a large sauce pot. This pot is filled with boiling water that's going to fit all my ingredients so it cooks real nice and evenly. What we're going to create today is actually, for our shrimp boil, is a court bouillon. This is something that's going to be a flavorful broth that we're going to cook all our ingredients and actually make a meal out of it. To start with our court bouillon, we're going to use beer. Beer just adds a really nice, rich flavor to the boiling water, and it makes a nice base of our court bouillon. It goes really well with the shrimp we're going to be putting in there later. So I added 2 bottles of beer. I have a bay leaf, a little bit of thyme, about a cup of Old Bay, about a half a cup of Cajun spice. It's going to be a little spicy. I'm going to add 4 cloves of garlic and 1 lemon that I'm just going to cut in half and throw that in. We're going to give that a stir, and we're going to let that come up to boil again before we start adding all our ingredients. Already it smells so great. That Cajun spice is coming through immediately. So I'm just going to put the cover on. While that comes up to a boil, we're going to start with our red bliss potatoes. We use these because they're a little waxier. They hold their shape as a russet potato or a starchier potato would just fall apart. We have a little bit of corn. I have some pork spicy sausages, and then I have some beautiful head-on shrimp. I like leaving the head on. It actually has so much more flavor than a shelled shrimp. So let's just cut our potatoes in half. And again, when we start adding our ingredients into our boiling court bouillon, we want to make sure we add what's going to take the longest first. So I'm going to start with these potatoes because they will take the longest. So I'm going to gently pour those in. All right, and put the lid on again. It's already coming up to a nice boil. Next, we're going to throw in our corn. And we're going to let this cook. I think we're going to give this probably about 15 minutes. We'll cover it up again and let it come to a boil. Now what's happening here is all those flavors are going to infuse in all the vegetables, the potatoes, the corn. So when it comes time to eat it, you're going to taste the Cajun spices. It's going to be really, really fantastic. I'm actually going to throw these pork sausages in now too. So it's been about 30 minutes, and I can smell that this is pretty much close to ready. The flavors, the smells that are coming out of this boil is amazing. The layers and layers, the lemon, the Cajun, the Old Bay, the sausage, it's just looking amazing. Let me just take a peek. Yep, our potatoes are nice and soft. So this is when I'm going to add the shrimp. I have about 2 pounds of head-on, peel-on shrimp. What we're going to do is add these in, and I'm going to turn off the bouillon because it's hot enough where the shrimp's going to cook so quickly in just the heat so they don't overcook. You don't want these shrimp to overcook. They tend to get really, really tough. We're going to get ready to plate our shrimp boil now. A nice fun thing to do is get the newspaper and put it on a tray. Oh, you see those shrimp? They look great. And basically, all we're going to do is just dump it right onto this newspaper. Look at how wonderful that looks. That is a boil to make anybody happy. This can feed about 6 of your friends. This is a great thing to do in the summer. I think that's everything. I'm going to just cut up a couple lemon wedges here. Look at how beautiful that is. This is boiling at its best. So there it is. Now you know the principles of boiling and how to make a shrimp boil. Next up, we're getting into the specific of boiling greens.